Hey, the timer hasn't gone off, but we're starting late today anyway, so... Hello. Yes. Thanks for your patience. Welcome to Butterfly Soup 2. Welcome, Grencio. Welcome, Lucky. Welcome, anyone viewing anonymously. Yeah, and thanks for hanging out with us on Monday, Tuesday. Weird stream days, but heaven will be mine. We are now in the thick of Pluto, which is exciting because Pluto's great. And, yeah, so we're gonna try and get, what's it called? We're gonna try and find some dates within a decent time frame to continue playing through Pluto's Brood. December is a wild month for a lot of people for a lot of reasons. So it is less likely to be before the end of the month, but early January, the very latest. It's on our radars. We're looking for opportunities. And we've got all of Heaven Will Be Mine up on YouTube, except for the two most recent ones that we just did. And I forgot to actually reset the timer when I decided to ignore it. Anyway. Yeah, and Extreme Meat Punks 2 is getting there. I've been trying to pace it rather than bulk post. I could probably post the final 2 parts, but I don't know. I'm trying to pace it out. And then I'll start in on Butterfly Soup 2, and we'll be up to fucking date. Oh, wait, right, then the other parts of Heaven Will Be Mine. And then we'll just Butterfly Soup 2, and then we'll be up to fucking date. Yeah. So those things are happening. And this weekend should be double Disco Elysium. Which, I know it's been a while, because I canceled, I swapped Disco Elysium and Heaven Will Be Mine for the last weekend, and then the one before that we didn't do anything. So I know it's been a while. We're gonna hop back in. We're gonna take another poke around. But that's what's coming right now. We're loading up. We just started Diya. I'm very excited to get into it with sweet Diya. Alright. Diya, Min, and Jen wait at the horseshoe for their parents to pick them up from school. Oh, right, this is a flashback. This is a flashback. There we go. I do one little boop, scroll my mouse wheel up. Diya, 3rd grade. There we go. That's what I wanted to refresh on. As far as we know, Akarsha has no past. That's true. I think Akarsha is the only one that we haven't gotten a flashback of yet. Although Akarsha talked about 8th grade, but we didn't see it. But that is true. I think Akarsha is, out of both games now, the only one who hasn't had a specific flashback sequence yet. I hope that we get one eventually. No, I didn't notice that before. Right, so Diya, Min, and Jen are waiting at the horseshoe for their parents to pick them up from school. Why does it always take Mom so long to get here? I'm so hungry, I would even eat a pizza with pineapple. Mom should just let us walk home ourselves. It'd be way faster. Especially if she buys us Heelys. But if you did that, My dog's barking downstairs. I don't know if it's because I'm yelling. He has incredible hearing. Alright, if you missed the Heaven Will Be Mine streams, I have a dog now. There is a dog in the house. He's an 8-month-old puppy, and he has very sharp senses. Number 1 being hearing, number 2 being smell. And he will regularly begin barking at very tiny noises coming from the second floor because he doesn't know what they are. Anyway. He's not barking anymore. So. My parents are downstairs. I'm assuming that they're able to calm him. But if you did that, I'd have to wait for my mom alone. It'd be so boring. Oh, I thought of that already. We can chat on walkie-talkies while I'm rolling away on my Heelys. That sounds fun. The 3 of them peered down the horseshoe with the long line of cars, hoping to catch sight of their rides. Pet the doggy. Yeah. The character in the petting emoji is actually someone from Persona 5, though, isn't it? Does her name start with F? Something. Futaba! Hey! I absorb information on sometimes. Futaba. My mom's car is tan-colored. They should make cars in better colors, like sky blue or pink. Yeah, I bet if they did, they'd sell a lot more. It's 'cause adults are boring and have bad taste. They should sell cars with pictures of dolphins on them. Everyone would want one. Diya perks up as a beige Toyota drives into the horseshoe, but it's the wrong model. Did you hear about Barry Bonds? He's in trouble because he did steroids. What are steroids? They're drugs that make you really buff. It's cheating. Trust me, I'm a dolphin car. Yeah. Dolphins on cars. I think they could do something cool with that. It would just inevitably look very like mid-2000s. You feel me? I don't see why they don't let you use them. If they're so good, everyone should use steroids. Baseball would be more fun if everyone was super strong and super fast. Oh, Min. Yeah, Min, no. Oh, sweet innocent child who does not understand how drugs will fuck up your body. Mercury, yeah, no. After I said that, I was like, because I'm on a steroid-based medication for my health things. But it's like incredibly low dose. Specifically, like as low as it could get to still be helpful, specifically to avoid the long-term side effects. Suddenly, Min jolts upright and shouts as a silver sedan pulls up to the curb. I see our car! Bye, Diya! Heat rushes to Diya's face as Min hugs her tightly before dashing off. Bye. Wait, that car has a side thingy under the door that ours doesn't have. Or wait, that car has a side thingy under the door that ours doesn't have. Min flings the car's passenger seat door open, revealing a stranger inside. Who are you? Min hastily slams the car door shut and stomps back to Diya and John, who are both wheezing with laughter. That was the wrong car! I told you. Diya, I think your car is over there, though. thanks. Bye for real this time. See you tomorrow! As Diya buckles up in her mom's sedan, she peers out the window, smiling a little when she sees Min waving frenetically at her outside. I'm Diya's mom! Yeah, we're meeting more parents in this one. And family. Because we didn't... or... Maybe... Did we hear from them before? Oh no, that's true. I think there was some involvement. Minimal dialogue from them in the previous one. But they didn't have, art. They didn't have character art. Oh, their mom art? Yeah. Amma. How was your day at school? Okay. We had to write about an invention we'd make in class today. Oh, Diya has her mom's eyes. We got a traumatic backstory from Anna. We saw Noelle's mom, but her face was in the shadow. Yes. Yeah, parents were shadowy figures in the first one. I feel like there was a scene where Diya's mom yelled at her to go to bed. Maybe I'm misremembering that. But I feel like there was a part where Diya's mom yelled upstairs for her to, like, go to bed or something. But, yeah, those were the major involvements, was Min and Noelle. What did you invent? A better bed that makes it so your stuffed animals can never accidentally roll off it. I thought of it because last night when I was sleeping, Horny fell on the floor. Horny? Who's that? My cow plushie. He's one of Snaky's older brothers. He was all cold and alone for hours, and I didn't know. Maybe you should give Horny a different name, like Moo. Why? It'll be hard for him to get used to it. You must have the most loved stuffed animals in the entire world. What else did you do at school? I tried to take an accelerated reader quiz on the Boxcar Children book I read. But I accidentally clicked the wrong book, so it made me take the quiz of a book I never read before. It didn't let you quit out? What bad design. Yeah, my classmates all tried to help me though. Oh, that's cute. Hayden read the book a year ago, but he could barely remember anything. So even with everyone's help, I got a 2 out of 10. Oh no. Mr. Armstrong said he wouldn't count it for my grade though. That's a relief. The boy waving at you earlier, was that Hayden, the classmate who helped you? You mean Min? She's not a boy. Huh? The one wearing a hoodie? Yeah, she's a girl. Ooh, oh no. To Diya's surprise, her mom wrinkles her nose in disgust. Oh! Aw, but you were... Why... You were doing so good, and now I have to not like you anymore. That was a girl? She's a freak. You should make friends with more normal girls. Huh? That's not very nice. But it's true, she looks like a boy. Stay away from her or you'll catch it too. Catch what? It's not like she has a disease. You're too young to understand. Only freaks look like that. It's bad to judge people by the way they look. It's bad to judge people by what they look like. You don't even know her. She's really nice to me. I don't need to know her. There's clearly something wrong with her. She's only acting nice because she has impure thoughts towards you. What's that supposed to mean? WoW is right, like... But that's the thing about this shit. Like, you can meet the nicest motherfucker in the world, and then the topic comes up, and you find out that they got some fucked up ideas, and it's like, whoa. Even if she has problems, I can tell her and she'll fix them. We're friends, so she'll listen to me. You can't change people, especially not weirdos like that. If they're bad, they're bad. It's a waste of time to try. If you can't change people, then how can she change me into looking like a boy? You can't have it both ways. You're normal, so you have to stay away from weirdos like that. I don't care. She's my friend. No, you can't be friends with her anymore. If I see you talking to her again, you're in big trouble. "6 years later, after baseball practice." Yeah, so it's not just because we knew that they were trying to, well, poorly keep their relationship a secret. We knew that already, but I thought it was primarily to do with Min's parents, because we already know that Min's home situation is not great, and they have a negative relationship with their parents. But so now we get the down low on where Diya's coming from. Yeah, they're doing a lot more than just talking. God, this art is really cute. Min pushes Diya back against the locker room wall, kissing her again and again. This is the keyboard smashing. Wow, this is great. They break apart, both panting for air. A pleasant shiver runs down Diya's spine as Min grins sharply at her. Margrave, hello! Welcome! Yeah, just your average gay. These two. Oh, you like this, don't you? Diya is too embarrassed to admit it, so she just nods, her cheeks blazing. You don't need to be shy. It's just me. I feel like I absolutely can't say it aloud, though. Sorry. Min presses a kiss to her cheek and whispers in her ear, voice low. Diya can feel her smiling, her breath warm on her cheek. It's okay. You're so cute when you're like this. I almost can't stand it. It's so surreal dating a friend you've had a crush on for forever. Sometimes I get scared that us getting together was just a dream, and when I wake up we'll just be friends again. But it's real. Somehow, a miracle happened, and now I'm her girlfriend. Aww. Yes, and now we get the... Man, now I don't remember words. The same situation, the mirroring, the whatever. We started with the, the waiting to get picked up from school, and now here they are again, standing waiting to get picked up from school. A miracle, yeah, same scenario. Min holds Diya's hand as they wait for their rides home. No one knows about us except the baseball club. And maybe the workers at the dessert place we had our first date at. So we end up kissing in the locker room a lot because the lockers block the view and you can hear if other people walk in. But it's still fun. I love spending time with Min. Where they crushed a table and got banned for life? Yeah. Fucking 10 out of 10 first date. She can almost even make me forget I have a presentation tomorrow in biology. Oh yeah, the one that they were doing with Noelle. Assignments that make you talk in front of the class should be outlawed. What's wrong? You look worried about something. You can tell? Of course I can. What kind of girlfriend would I be if I couldn't even tell if something was bothering you? That smug look on Vince's face. Who cares about biology when you're getting a relationship upgrade? Yeah. These two. You're like a mind reader. Psychic. Nah, I just know you. You got all tense and quiet. So what's up? If someone's bothering you, I'll kill them. No questions asked. Classic men. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking sneeze. Pardon me. Anyway. You probably should ask at least 1 or 2 questions. Killing people is wrong. Okay, then if someone's bothering you, I'll be really mean to them. So who is it? It isn't anyone. It's just that my group presentation is tomorrow. In biology. Oh, that PowerPoint you've been working on with Akarsha and Noelle? Diya nods. Oh, Akarsha's in on that group project too? I mean, they are in the same class, but I guess... The impression that I got from the opening scene where Akarsha fucked around with Noelle's computer was that it was just them. They were like in a pair. Oh, thank you, Kranzu. We're supposed to elaborate on what we put on our slides. But I get so nervous in front of everyone that I blank out. Yo, before I keep going here, I got a hot tip for y'all. Okay, so presentation notes, hold them. Have them in your hands. And maybe you'll lose marks if you do nothing but look at them. But like, I made kick-ass presentation notes in high school. I actually did pretty good at presentations. I am, in physical actuality, in physical space, a pretty quiet person, believe it or not. So I was pretty quiet in class. And then I would get up and do a presentation and everyone was like, hello? What can I say? I give good presentations when I have time to prepare. Hence the presentation notes. I had a whole system and I was very good at this. You get a separate Word document with the exact same text on it as all of your slides, and then whatever you want to say to elaborate on the text in the slide, you put it in brackets at the end of the text from the slide on the Word document, so that when you print it out, you'll have the slide words there, and then the things you wanted to say in the little brackets next to it, so that you don't forget you wanted to say the thing. And it's all coordinated and shit. Thank you, Margaret. Yeah, I hopefully you'll never have to give a speech again. But yeah, that's my hot tip for not blanking out if anyone ever has to give a presentation ever again, or if you are currently in a form of schooling and need to do that. Yeah, I feel like some teachers might pull some bullshit about like, you're not allowed to have presentation notes, in which case fuck them. But like, that's my hot tip for remembering to say all of the things that you wanted to say, is to have it written down in front of you and in your hands and just write it down. If you can possibly believe it, half of my fucking brain exists in my notepad app. Write it down is like my number one way to combat brain fuzz, not remembering things. Just in general, but yeah. Word document. Just copy and paste all of the text and headers and text from your presentation slides, and add in brackets the extra thing you want to elaborate on. And, oh my god, it's all coming back. Very specifically, I just am the kind of person who always changes the font to Times New Roman with 0-point spacing. Because that's what the default of Microsoft Word always was, so I just do that and everything. So if you're using that particular font, the brackets, even when bolded, are kind of hard to see. So I would change the bracket font to Comic Sans and bold so that they stick out more. I can be a bit of a meticulous person sometimes, can you tell? Sometimes the act of writing it down can help too. Yes. Yeah, that's why even with the advent of technology, a lot of like universities and stuff, they still try and encourage students to handwrite notes, because it like there's a lot of like so many studies that prove handwriting something is genuinely better for learning and remembering it. Which, yeah, I always had to type all of my notes for university because of the arthritis in my hands. But for my job, I don't have enough meetings for my work that it's an issue, so I like to handwrite everything. I have a notebook. I have many notebooks for my job. Many as in, like, I have gone through a lot of notebooks handwriting notes for my job. Oh my god, why am I so sniffly? The sneeze has awakened something within me. Took the advice that you're not presenting your slides, you're presenting yourself, and you should. Your confidence should come from your knowledge of the subject matter fundamentally. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to do good talking about things, but yeah. I gotta let's see what Min's tips for this is, because I feel like that might be where this is going. But I get so nervous in front of everyone that I blank out. What's there to be nervous about? You know all the stuff, don't you? Even if I know all the facts in my head, I can't improvise at all. It's hard to string words together on the spot. Yeah, this is like, I'm like attempting to form a fucking telepathic mental connection with Diya through the screen, because I have the exact same issue. And my solution has worked very well for me. You relate to Diya too? I know. I'm beaming my brain into the screen. I always have to write out everything I'm going to say word for word beforehand and memorize it. Their conversation is abruptly cut short when a beige sedan turns the corner into the school. My mom's here. She picks me up after the baseball club if it ends late enough for her to be done with work. I'll hide. Bye. Min roughly pulls Diya close for one last kiss before dashing out of sight. Bold move when the car is in the driveway and approaching. Diya tries to slow her shaky breath to a normal pace. I'm calm. I need to look normal. Yo, if you're flushed and breathing heavy, just say that you're still pumped up from baseball and you were just, doing some cool down exercises or something. Oh my god, you know what this is reminding me of? I had this interesting conversation with Katzen the other day. We were talking about so I'm not very good at lying on the spot. I generally don't. If I'm stuck in a panic situation and I don't know what to say, I always just go for saying what is the truth. Whether or not that is the most beneficial for the situation, that does tend to happen. And it's that thing again of like, got words on the spot. And yeah, this makes me really interesting in job interviews. Because I'll ask a question I wasn't expecting and I'll fumble the ball. And like, I feel like I can mask well enough to get by. I mean, I did get a retail job at one point. The trick is to just plan every lie ahead of time. Quite frankly, if I ever do lie, it is pretty premeditated. Like, say for... Boy, what are you barking at? Sorry, the dog is... I'm not used to it yet, so every time he starts barking, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, there's a difference between when my mom asks me out of the blue, hey, how's your homework going? And me going, yeah, it's fine, I'm working on it. And like, anything more elaborate than that. But yeah, I remember when I did actually end up getting this job. I have a feeling that this particular location where I worked in retail for a bit, they were just really struggling to find people to get there because it was in, it was a little out of the way. Like, I was able to get there by bus, but it was a bus that came, like, infrequently kind of thing. It was a little off the line. And I remember the interview for this fucking job. I also think that they were just desperate for people because I definitely stuck out like a sore thumb among the staff. But anyway, what did she ask me? It was like, tell me about a time when you saw a coworker doing something they weren't supposed to or something. Or, you know, a coworker tried to involve you in something they weren't supposed to. And I was just like, oh God, I was not prepared for the question. So I was like, I was sitting there thinking and I was like, I don't think that's ever happened. Like, whenever stuff like that happens, I always hear about it after the fact, and I'm shocked. Like, people just kind of know that not to involve me in that kind of stuff, and that I'm just, like, not interested. Which is a really weird answer to that question. And she was like, okay, well, imagine if that's what happened. Like, yeah. Because, like, I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. That's just the truth. I couldn't fabricate a scenario on the spot. And it's true. I just generally... I don't give off mischievous vibes, I guess. Maybe it's because I'm not great at lying on the spot. Your current job was all heavily masking. Yeah, I mean, like, it was a fucking retail job, you know? So it was... I was just like, please, for the love of fuck, please let me just organize the back room for my entire shift. I would happily fix this fucking mess. Or, like, organize and clean the shelves, or restock things, or, you know, do inventory stuff. Just don't make me talk to people. The most fake eye contact you ever used recently. Yeah, that was an interesting job. It's a shame that it was short-lived, because I feel like in terms of, like, I've heard of some really nightmarish experiences that people have had working, like, in retail, and I feel like it was probably about as good as it would get for me working in retail. Like, Yeah, okay, I stuck out like a sore thumb, and I was very clearly the least valued employee because every time they had to cut hours, mine got cut first. And, you know, other not so nice things about retail, but it was a chill store. Like, it wasn't super high traffic. It wasn't very big. All of my coworkers are really nice. You know? But then COVID happened, so. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it just reminded me of that thing I was talking with Katzen about lying and such. My mom lovingly referred to me as a child as a compulsive truth teller because I would do something I wasn't supposed to, and then go to her like, I did this thing, and I'm sorry I didn't, and it was bad, and I did it, but I'm sorry. And my mom was just like, she had no idea this was going on. She was just like, okay. It was an interesting child. Anyway, it's funny. I do still kind of recognize myself doing that, even to the current day. It's just within my nature. Anyway. We're pretty tangenty today. It's like semi-related to what's happening on the screen, but mostly it's not. Diya. Diya gets uncharacteristically clumsy after making out with Min, like a dog who's still woozy after surgery. Right, so I guess that might be a little bit of a tell. Dog who's still woozy after surgery. I'm thinking about my dog again. He's a good boy, but he needs to be neutered. Anyway. Radiate big ADHD energy. Yeah, it's yeah. Masking in retail was interesting. Yo, customer service voice, that'll really take it out of anyone, like, regardless of anything else. Yeah, okay, now I remember what the fuck I was doing. She staggers over to her mom's car as it pulls up to the curb. Oh, right. So her mom probably doesn't even know that Min is at this school. I'm scared of how my mom will react if she finds out I'm talking to Min again, let alone that I'm dating her. So it's a secret for now. Diya reaches for the door handle, misses, and slams her hand directly into the side of the car. What's the matter with you? Nothing. Diya hastily pulls the door open and gets into the passenger seat, trying to look natural. Just talk about your biology project. Talk about how you're nervous for biology. How was your day at school? Okay. On the radio, a woman sings to a catchy beat. Pop song, I'm Curious for You, caught my attention. Oh, yeah, 2009, baby! Oh. Half-Life collision noises. Oh, man. I kissed a girl and I liked it. What the? Did she really just say that? Taste of her cherry chapstick. Ah. Oh my god, I don't even want to know what Diya's mom is going to say about this though. Kissed a girl just to try it. Is she allowed to say that on the radio? It doesn't break any laws? Once upon a time it would have, but not by 2009. More innocent time. Sure was something. Diya shifts uncomfortably in her seat as her mom frowns at the lyrics. I kissed a girl? What kind of terrible song is this? Disgusted, Diya's mom changes the station. You know how in the movies, superheroes have to hide their identity to their families? I'm doing that in real life, all the time. The other day, I saw Akarsha and her mom at Safeway. She was so outgoing. She even told me about the biology project you're working on together. I didn't even know you were doing a project until Akarsha said so. Why can't you be more like her? I like knowing things about you. Ugh. Verbatim, one of the worst sentences to tell your child. Among many bad sentences that this mother has told her child is now this one. If Akarsha was her daughter, she'd disown her for being bi. Not that she'd know that. I never really know how to fill the silence when I'm with my mom. I don't know what I can talk about with her. She really loves me, but she comes from such a different time and culture that talking to her feels kind of unpredictable. Sometimes she'll surprise me by getting upset over something I didn't expect would cause problems at all. So my safest bet most of the time is just to stay quiet. It's annoying how she raised me to be afraid of talking, yet expects me to magically turn out like a child who was raised normally. Conversational minefield. That night, Diya tosses and turns in bed, anxious about her presentation the next day. I wish I could time travel to this time tomorrow after the biology presentation is already over. I need to stop thinking about this. It's making my mind race. I can't relax enough to sleep. Diya checks her alarm clock. It's midnight already, and I need to wake up at 7 tomorrow. Oh girl, I did much worse in high school. You're doing fine. I need to fall asleep right now, or else I'll get less than 7 hours of sleep. Yeah, she's actually doing great. Yeah. Count sheep, take deep, calm breaths, or imagine being hugged by men. Do I need to Twitch poll this, or... Yeah, well, 7 full hours. Children should get more, though. That is true. Children in general, but especially teens, that there's an emphasis developmentally on getting a lot of sleep. But our capitalism and its influence on every system ever, among other reasons, teens don't get that sleep. Every age is sleep deprived by default. Yeah, it sure is something. EP. Yo. Not to keep talking about my dog, but I've had him for less than a week, so you know. Everything is exciting now. He's very cute when he's sleepy. He tries so hard not to fall asleep. He's very... I don't know. Skittish isn't quite the right word. But he has a very nervous demeanor. So he'll try so hard to not flop over on his side. And he's literally nodding off, like falling asleep, sitting up. Boy, he just doesn't want to flop over because there's so many sounds happening. He's getting better. He's getting more comfortable here. But yes. Yay. Of course. Imagine being hugged by Min. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I fantasize that Min is hugging me and saying nice things to me. Usually this works. Diya hugs herself with one arm and squeezes her eyes shut. Min is holding me really close and telling me I'm going to fall asleep in her arms. And she's stroking my side with her hand. Hands. Primates have hands too. And their thumbs are opposable, like pandas' thumbs. These similar features are called analogous structures. Shoot, I started thinking about the presentation again. Forget the presentation, just think about Min. Min is holding me really tight and saying nice things to me. And we're all alone together. It's just the two of us. Two. Birds and bats are two groups that evolved flight independently. Diya keeps trying to imagine Min comforting her without getting sidetracked, but after an hour, she's more awake and frustrated than ever. There's so much anxious energy pent up in my body, I feel like running a marathon. Maybe if I release all that energy, I can finally doze off. Diya frantically starts doing sit-ups in bed. After a few sets, she switches to doing jumping jacks in the middle of her room. Let me guess, this is going to alert the other members of the household because jumping on the floor makes a lot of noise. Min ASMR went. Diya wishes. Yeah, become tired. Also, I can't remember if this is just for small children or not. But doing a lot of physical exercise right before trying to go to sleep can actually be pretty counterproductive because it's getting your body all excited again, not necessarily tiring yourself out in the way that having a very active day would. It's different. You want to tire your body like hours before going to bed. Yeah. Exactly. Doing exercise right before trying to go to sleep is just getting everything all buzzed again. After several minutes of frenzied exercise, Diya lays back down in bed, her heart pounding. Phew. Hopefully that didn't just make me even more awake. Dear, I'm so sorry, but that is probably what it just did. Diya wearily checks her clock again. It's 2 a.m. I need to fall asleep right now so I can at least get 5 hours of sleep. Diya ends up lying awake for a few more hours. Just as the sun begins to come up, she loses consciousness from sheer exhaustion. After what feels like a few minutes of sleep, Diya's alarms go off. Diya hits all her alarms without even bothering to open her eyes. I don't feel rested at all. Barely got any sleep. Her morning routine includes lying in bed for 10 minutes thinking about how tired she is. Do it. No. I'm so anxious, I feel like I'm gonna explode. I don't have biology till 5th period, so I'm going to be stewing in this dread for hours. Oh. 10 minutes pass like this. Finally, Diya drags herself out of bed and steels herself for the terrifying day ahead. Carson messaged me. That normally means she's on her way to my house. Check your computer. Hey, Diya. Hello? Sonic OC? What is that? I googled Diya the Hedgehog and that's what came up. Diya has gone offline. Peak fandom circa 2009. How can she act so normal on a day like this? Still a certified brain genius. Still a certified brain genius. I wish I was all outgoing and good at talking like her. Diya goes outside. Yo, ready to blow everyone out of the water with our amazing group presentation? No. Diya nervously strides off, forcing Akarsha to jog to keep up with her. Hey, hold your horses. Slow down. Some of us have average length legs, you know. Miss Longlegs. Or should I say, Daddy Longlegs. Don't call me that. You're so cold to me, bro. I'm dying here. Why would you die if you can't call me Daddy Longlegs? Weirdo. So dark and cloudy today. I think it's gonna rain. Idea. Oh, are we about to be hit with a classic Akarsha philosophical question? What do you think? Oh, we got a blank. I wish real life had captions like on TV. No clue what anyone's ever saying to me. Right, because Diya is deaf in one ear. What? What do you think happens? Oh, wait, sorry. I forgot about your ear. Akarsha switches to Diya's other side so she can hear her over the sound of traffic. What do you think happens to a Teletubby when its screen gets destroyed? Nothing. It dies. Or why? Any thoughts? I mean, that's true. Is it a vital organ? It dies. It totally does. It dies. It'd be like punching it in the heart or something. Damn, that's dark. You asked. I don't know. Screens are so fragile, though. If it's that important, you'd think the Teletubbies would have evolved a ribcage over it or something to protect it. But they can't. They couldn't see what's on the screens if they were covered. Must be why our eyes don't have bones over them, even though they're delicate. We wouldn't be able to see. Whoa, you might be onto something. You should become a scientist. A Teletubby scientist. I doubt the world really needs Teletubby scientists. They do have a point. As Diya and Akarsha arrive at school, Diya feels something cold and wet drop onto her shoulder. It's raining. Yeah, I'm heading inside. Akarsha scurries off as the rain picks up. Soon torrents of water are pelting the ground. But where does the tubby custard come from? It's processed chicken, didn't you know? God, that fucking no, this is peak classic 2012 Tumblr here. Someone posted a gif of the tubby custard machine and was like, this is what processed chicken looks like. This is what you're eating when you're having your McNuggets or whatever the fuck. And then someone came in the reblog's like, bitch, that's the tubby custard machine. They have flexible screens. I mean, they do appear more flexible. They are, I mean, they're made of fabric. Shiny fabric. When the Teletubby doesn't have a natural predator. Tumblr heritage moments. Yeah. I wonder if I go to my Tumblr and search for custard, will I be able to find that post? Keywords are not bringing it up. Oh my god, wait, I think I found it! Ah! Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. The original post is... there's so much happening on this post. I'm just gonna link it in chat, and y'all can read the whole... What are you not listen? Because the version that I was able to find... When did I reblog this? Earlier this year? What? Whatever. It's... Anyway. The voice on the speaker and it's finding this. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, just take a look in the description of the video for a link to this post. And it will be there. Anyway. Akasha scurries off as the rain picks up. Soon, torrents of water are pelting the ground. I still need to get my things from my locker. Go to class, use locker. Noelle is hunched over in front of their shared locker and frowning at its contents. Good morning. We need to remove our books from the locker or they'll get soaked in the rain. Yeah, having lockers outside is like terrible design. It's a terrible design choice. It's like not just for weather reasons, but because that would make it so much easier to steal things. You know? Never understood why American high schools have lockers and stuff outside. Is that like a common thing in America? I know like this is set in California, which generally has more warm weather than because like I'm thinking about like the amount of snowfall we get here. Like, well, lockers outside would not work for that. What's wrong with hallways? Yeah, like. Matthew, you pretty sure your high school had all indoor lockers? Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know how common it is. But, like, now that I think of it, I know that media representation is not the be-all, end-all of a country's culture. But I have, like, I'm thinking on it. I'm like, yeah, I've seen that in a number of American media pieces where they have the lockers outside. Maybe climate dependent. Yeah. Just High School Musical. Yeah. I can't see, I mean, like, yeah, like I just said, like anywhere that gets a decent amount of snowfall on a regular basis cannot have lockers outside. So, perhaps it is just the more southern thing. Because there's better weather. They have the weather for it. But even then, like, if it's such a poorly designed system that the stuff inside the locker gets soaked when it rains, then, like, why the fuck are you... Anyway. We need to remove our books from the locker or they'll get soaked in the rain. Oh no. Won't the roof overhang block it? No, look at it. The wind's blowing the rain inward. Yeah, we're even getting damp standing here right now. Diya takes a mini travel umbrella from her backpack and opens it. As Diya diligently holds it over the two of them, Noelle holds her daily water bottle out to her without looking. Also, can you open this water bottle? Take the water bottle. Diya holds the umbrella with one hand and grabs the water bottle with the other. Don't have enough hands to open it. Diya carefully balances the water bottle on top of Noelle's head as she continues pulling her library books from the locker. Diya grips the bottle's cap with her index finger and thumb while pressing the bottle down on Noelle's head with the rest of her hand. She manages to twist it open without spilling any of the water. I'm pretty proud of myself for pulling that off. She closes the cap and gives it back to Noelle as she slots the last of her novels into her book bag. Thank you. I finished rescuing all my water-sensitive items. It's your turn. Diya peers into her and Noelle's shared locker. For school stuff, look in Noelle's lunchbox. Look at the rosin. This is rosin for string instruments. The first time Noelle showed it to me, I tried to eat it. Why do you have this anyway? You only play piano. It's the same kind Akarsha uses. She plays the cello in her orchestra class. Whenever she drops and cracks the one she's using, she leaves it in her locker, and I secretly replace it with an identical copy. Aw, Noelle! So that's what Akarsha means by her magic rosin. Yeah. Forbidden candy. It does look like it would taste good. But Noelle does a bunch of these like little things for Akarsha. Maybe the real magic was the friends we made. Y'all, they're so fucking gay. Yeah. Noelle does so many of these little things for Akarsha. Goodness gracious. How do you get it in her locker? I figured out her locker combination. Can't she tell it's just new rosin? No, I always scratch up the top and make it look worn, so it looks identical to the one she dropped. This is really fun. Noelle has some strange and elaborate ways of showing people that she cares about them. But, I mean, it could just be that Akarsha is special, which is also just true in general for Noelle. The real magic was also breaking and entering. Yeah. This is the third one. By now, she's convinced her rosin has self-healing abilities. See, Noelle can be just as mischievous as Akarsha. Noelle can absolutely possess that same spirit. It's just that she does it in her own very Noelle way. Yeah. When she asked, why do you have this? I thought that the answer was going to be that the strings on a piano are treated the same way, because I don't know anything about musical instruments. But no, it is very elaborate. Noelle goes to such lengths just to mess with Akarsha sometimes. I don't really know what to make of it. This rosin is for string instruments. It looks like you can eat it, but you can't. What's Noelle got for lunch today? Noelle's lunchbox. Out of curiosity, Diya checks what Noelle has for lunch today. Rice porridge. Noelle really likes this. I shouldn't eat it. I don't have much of an appetite today anyway. Deeper in the lunchbox, there's also a Ziploc bag of neatly peeled apple slices. Thoughtful of your mom to do that. Do what? Peel the apple and slice it. Most people just eat them whole. I guess she has to show me she loves me somehow. Oof. Since she lacks the emotional maturity to communicate it through words, she's left to express it through actions. Hold it. Hold the phone. Noelle? Noelle and your elaborate, kind and caring quote-unquote pranks on Akarsha? Noelle? Yeah. I mean, like, we already knew that's what she was doing, but does she even realize? No. Absolutely not. Like, no. Funny, that sounds like someone else I know. Okay, if even Diya's picking up what you're putting down. Come on, man. Are you insinuating I'm the same as her? Maybe. I wish I could deny it. Okay, so she does have some self-awareness. Does your mother do the thing too, where after you have an argument, instead of apologizing, she just silently leaves you a plate of fruit to eat? I thought it was just my mom who did that. It must be an immigrant mother thing. This is waterproof, right? If not waterproof, at least water resistant. Okay, just checking. Get your school stuff. Diya slips her books and binders into her backpack. Oh, man, that fucked me up last time too. It's a zipper noise, but it's muffled enough that it gets me confused. Take a Valentine's Day card. It's the Valentine's Day card Min made for me this year. Every time I see it, I feel happy. You still haven't taken that home? I'm paranoid my parents will find it if I do. Min said a lot of stuff in it. Even if she were a boy, I don't think they'd be okay with it. Zipper bark. Exactly, it sounds like a dog bark. In the distance. I see. Guess I have to move it out of the locker or it'll get soaked and wrinkly though. Diya carefully slips it into her binder's inside pocket. Speaking of Valentine's Day, how's Akarsha's investigation of her secret admirer going? Awful. And by that, I mean wonderful. She's utterly lost. Her list of suspects includes a random guy in our history class, a sophomore she's never uttered a word to before, and even the lunch lady who once gave her 2 slices of pizza that were stuck together instead of 1. Wow. We really can't keep this up every Valentine's Day without her realizing it's us. Yes, as long as we don't accidentally let it slip at some point. Foreshadowing? Anyone? Foreshadowing? I don't know. We'll see. Close the locker. Off we go. I'm ready to head to class when you are. Wish I could just head home and go to bed. Oh yeah, Diya's tired. Pranking her with Valentine's flowers. Yeah, speaking of how Noelle shows affection, pranking a girl with Valentine's flowers. It's funnier if Akasha just never figures out any of Noelle's schemes. Yeah. Yeah, Noelle kind of covered up this one by getting the whole baseball team to fund it. But, like, it's her baby. It's her thing. She's very pleased with it. What if we try to go back? Locker? Open the locker? Close the locker. Okay, is this gonna just be the same thing over and over? Because sometimes it's like the icons don't go away until there's nothing left to interact with. But other times, it just is repetitive. I don't think this is gonna do anything new. Go to class! Or maybe I'm missing out on some kind of Easter egg for clicking on it 3 times. I don't know. Diya loves the sound of rain when she's indoors, especially the drum of water on metal. Oh, she's gonna fall asleep in class, isn't she? Unfortunately, today she's so consumed with dread over her presentation that she's totally unable to enjoy it. Her next few hours pass in a sleep-deprived haze. Alright, maybe not. Diya's stomach churns with dread as she finally walks into her biology class. It's here, the period of doom. Hey, you. To her surprise, she finds Min leaning against her desk, waiting for her. Why are you here? You're about to do your presentation, right? I thought I'd swing by and try to pump you up for it. Aww. Oh, thanks. How do you feel? I'm so nervous my stomach hurts. I even forgot to eat my gummy vitamins this morning. Each day, Diya looks forward to eating 2 gummy vitamins. Min gives her hand a reassuring squeeze. It'll be okay. You're gonna kill it. You're so cute. There's no way the teacher can give you a bad grade. I mean, she's not wrong. If the teacher really graded like that, he'd be in jail. Correct. Well, if I were in charge, I'd give you an A. Anything I can do to help? Can I have a hug and a kiss? Aww. Yeah, of course. Won't people see, though? It's an emergency. Min's face lights up, and she eagerly envelops Diya in a tight, warm hug. Min pulls her in for a kiss, but Diya rears back when she smells cigarette smoke on her breath. Ooh, no, Min! No! Because Diya's so tall, when she doesn't want Min to kiss her, all she has to do is stand up straight. Yuck. Were you smoking again? Huh? Yeah? You should stop. It's bad for you. Didn't you ever see a DARE presentation in elementary school? They came to my class, and it was so scary I pledged not to do drugs or peer pressure forever. Times through the combo counter. You keep rising. Oh, man. You don't think it looks badass? No. No. Dare to resist drugs and violence. Well, the DARE program worked on one person at least. The peer pressure one's good. How'd you even start doing it? Impressionable young children. How'd you even start doing it? No, I said it right the first time. Back in Florida, I mostly hung out with a group of guys who smoked. And we set things on fire and do other dangerous stuff. I'm really glad she's over here with me now. But those guys aren't here anymore, so why keep doing it? It was a pain to get the cigarettes in the first place, since stores won't sell them to people under 18. Min was in a gang, sort of. That might actually be exactly it, though. Because if you recall from the first volume, men got expelled from their previous school for allegedly stabbing someone. So, gang involvement would explain that. Because we never really got more clarification on that. It was a pain to get the cigarettes in the first place, since stores won't sell them to people under 18. So it feels like a waste not to use them. And I thought it'd make me look hot. You look hot when your hair's all messed up from kissing me. Not when your mouth tastes bad and I can't even kiss you. Noelle scowls as she sits down at her desk. You're seriously still smoking? You need to get your life in order. I don't need to hear it from you, too. I don't even do it that often. Yeah, man, you should stop using it while you're smoking and use it for more kissing. I mean, that's Diya's goal here. That's what Diya really wants. And of course, this is not a very helpful approach to assisting someone to stop smoking, because it is more complicated than that. But yeah. Oh, whoops, I didn't read that. Aren't you going to be tardy for your class? The bell's going to ring in about a minute. Oh shit, I better run. Go, I'll live. Probably. Tell me how it goes later. Min sprints off. Seconds later, the bell rings. Do you think she made it? I couldn't care less. Min is so cool, but I hope she stops smoking. They say people don't change, but I hope that's not true. It's too sad if it is. As another group starts presenting at the front of the class, Diya wipes her clammy palms on her hoodie. We're gonna get called up any minute now. Diya, please try not to panic. When you're not speaking, you can hide behind me if you have to. Just don't bolt off. Okay. Can I hide behind you too? No. No fair. How come Diya gets to, but not me? There's no reason for you to. We'll look like we're doing those dances where everyone's standing behind one person. Fuck, sorry, I couldn't finish the line. There's no reason for you to. We'll look like we're doing one of those dances where everyone's standing behind one person and waving their arms. And you'd better not do that horrendous British accent. Why not? It'll be a hit. Ugh, more like a hit on our grade. Accents aren't a proper example of divergent evolution. But we need stuff to spice our presentation up. It's drier than the Sahara Desert. So, this is a biology project, not a circus performance. Before Noelle can press Akarsha any further, the first group finishes their presentation to scattered applause. Alright, it's our turn. Come on, Diya, let's do this. Or, come on, Diya, let's do this. Diya feels like she's having an out-of-body experience as she follows Noelle and Akarsha to the front of the class. As Noelle brings up their PowerPoint on the computer, Diya hides behind her and nervously looks out at the class sitting before them. I should have worn clothes that blended in with the classroom better so no one can see me. Like beige-colored. I should have thought of that earlier. It's over. It's curtains for me. Oh, Diya. Hello, everyone. We've been tasked with reviewing the patterns of macroevolution. The audience begins to nod off as soon as Noelle flicks to a slide with an essay crammed onto it in 10-point font. Let's begin with the obvious question. What is macroevolution? To understand this, we must first consider... By the time Noelle is done droning through her last tome of a slide, half the classroom is asleep. Akarsha shakes her head and sighs as she clicks to her first slide. It opens with an illustration of a finch's head. Aight, so, divergent evolution. Darwin's finches. Adaptive radiation. Seeds. We got leaves, insects, tool-using finch, grubs, buds, and fruit. Those are some nice birds. An explosion sound effect plays as 5 more finches with different beak shapes blast onto the screen, jolting their classmates back awake. Ah, I see. It's when populations from a common ancestor adapt to different pressures and become more different over time. Just like how your average New Yorker talks like this. Different from, oh, there's an accent on these and I'm super not doing it well. Hold on. Just like how your average New Yorker talks like this. Different from over here. She just switched it from a British accent to a New York one. I don't think I did that accent justice. Oh well, maybe the teacher will think it's funny. No, I was just like, I fucking told you not to do that, goddammit. You can let this slide, Noelle. Just hold it in until after the presentation is over. Actually, accents don't count as divergent evolution. New Yorkers aren't another species from us. Couldn't do it. They're not so different they can't produce fertile offspring with other humans. But if they keep things up at this rate, that might change. I'm not doing this accent justice. I think it's because I'm not 100% sure what she's going for. Think about it. Would you reproduce with someone who talks like this? What? I don't see how that's relevant. Just admit your example is invalid already. Oh yeah? Akarsha clicks the mouse. A stock photo of a gravestone appears on the slide with the pinwheel transition. What if that was your gravestone? What then? What? How is that relevant? Did you add this to the PowerPoint just to use as a comeback? The class giggles as Akarsha clowns through her slides, but Diya's stomach churns as they stare at the front of the room with renewed interest. Uh-oh. I don't want to be here. I wish I could just time travel to 30 minutes from now. And with that, I pass things over to my buddy Diya. When Diya doesn't move from her hiding spot behind Noelle, Noelle steps to the side, exposing her to the audience's view. Diya takes a deep, shaky breath before quickly rattling off the speech she'd mentally rehearsed hundreds of times over the past 24 hours. She did the whole presentation as Joey Wheeler. Convergent evolution is independent evolution of similar traits in species that are only distantly related. For example, giant pandas have 6 fingers and their thumbs are opposable like primates' thumbs. These similar features are called analogous structures. After barreling through the slide in a matter of seconds, Diya quickly flips to the next one, her hands shaking from nerves. Another example of convergent evolution are birds and bats. Birds and bats are two groups that evolve flight independently. She manages to zoom through the rest of the presentation in about a minute flat. What's the matter, you? Oh my god, somehow my brain didn't connect to the fact that Joey Wheeler is from Yu-Gi-Oh! Good shape. Yeah. That was all Diya wanted to say. After their classmates give them a tepid round of applause, Diya follows Noelle and Akarsha back to her seat in a daze. This very exists beyond all meaning. I committed the cardinal sin of picturing Joey from Friends, who does not have a fucking New York accent, I think. Right? I think I just am not great at this. Anyway. You're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now? Like the card game? I think they do, but Joey's is specifically Brooklyn. Yeah. Nice. Well, at least that's over with. It's over. I'm free. See? That wasn't so bad, was it? Actually, it was. Think I'll be quiet for the rest of the day to recover from that. After school. Baseball! To Diya's relief, the weather clears up just in time for the baseball club meeting. Okay, so the weather has cleared up, but the field is still going to be soaking wet. Slippery, muddy mess. Picturing the fawns. Yeah. Also a good example. To Diya's relief. Oh, right. Yes, I read that. Sakura goes up to bat, and Diya readies herself to catch Min's next pitch. Besides Min's signature knuckler, the only pitch she knows is a fastball. It's pretty mediocre compared to her knuckleball, so she rarely uses it except during practice like this. Min hurls one of those fastballs to Sakura. Sakura flinches as she gets drilled in the shoulder by the baseball. Ow! Shit. Oops. You okay over there? Yeah, I'm good. I don't think that broke anything. Walk it off. At least if this were a game, you'd get to head over to first base as a consolation prize. Wait. So getting hit is like a free pass to first base? It's not free, it hurts. And like, it's only a quote-unquote free pass to first base if it was the fault of the pitcher. If you move to get hit by the ball on purpose, you are at fault. Presentation is from Diya. Yeah, Akasha. No. Yeah, because we all know what she's going to try already, right? Sakura walks off, rubbing her shoulder. Akasha eagerly takes her place at the plate. Min throws a pitch her way. Akasha, yeah. But instead of swinging the bat, Akasha purposefully leans in towards the ball. Huh? It narrowly misses her, and Diya manages to recover from her surprise in time to catch it. The fuck's wrong with you? I'm becoming a hit-by-pitch specialist. If I can master getting beamed as much as possible, it'll guarantee I always make it to first base. Why would you do that instead of just hitting the ball? Hitting the ball is so fun. Hit me. I know you wanna. Stop making this weird. Homophobic hate crime. What? Sorry, that was a little too much my voice. That wasn't really Min's voice. I kind of have character voices for them. I have character inflections, not so much voices for them. What? The B in LGBT stands for baseball. Just saying. Yeah? Well, I think the B is for bitch. Having lost her patience, Min beans Akasha on purpose. Owie! Liz. That look on Liz's face means that she's losing her fucking patience. If you keep this up, the B in LGBT is gonna stand for broken bones. The fucking rim shot in the back. Yeah, mission accomplished? I guess so. After practice, Diya slings a big equipment bag over each of her shoulders and hauls them into the locker room. I'm being so helpful. I hope someone notices how many bags I'm carrying. Wow, Diya, you're carrying 2 bags at once. Thank you for helping. Diya happily heads up the hill with a spring in her step. You want the story of Krista and Liz? Ooh, yeah, that'd be a really good one too. Say, Diya, do you watch The Bachelor? Bewildered, Diya shakes her head. What is that? A show? I don't watch much TV except sports, Animal Planet, and the Discovery Channel. Butterfly Soup 3 in 5 years. Does the B stand for Bachelor? How long has this been going on? Hi, Aleph. Almost 2 hours? 90 minutes? Yeah, I started like a little bit late today, but yeah, we've been going for a bit. Welcome. Welcome, Aleph. Yeah, I can go all overtime. The notification went off 5 minutes ago? Like on Twitch or Discord or both? Vriska? What the fuck? Watch the VOD for this one. Alright, see you Friday, Aleph. What the fuck, Vriska? Fucking Vriska is usually better at this. Needed context. The notification bot's name is Vriska. Dang. Usually if it's super late, I catch it and I do my own little bump. But it hasn't been super late in a while, has it? Late sometimes for you too? What was the one before this? That one was a little late, about on time. That was an hour late. That one was about on time. That one was on time. That one was on time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just scrolling up. They've been what was half an hour off? They've been mostly on time. Or not super late anyway, but that's frustrating. My apologies. Yes, I don't watch much TV except sports, Animal Planet, and the Discovery Channel. So when people talk about movies and shows, I usually don't know any of them. You should try it. We need more people to talk about it with. My mom and I started watching it this season and we're obsessed. What's it about? Basically, 30 women try to date the same guy at the same time. Each week, the guy eliminates some of them until finally he proposes to the last one standing. My mom would definitely never watch that with me. She'd be so scandalized. I've never been a fan of shows like that either. Your mom likes watching shows like this? Yeah, she's the one who got into it first. She spread it to us like a virus, and now we're infected too. The way you put it makes it sound like a zombie apocalypse. Wish I had something like that with my parents. I feel like I have nothing in common with them. They don't try to get you into things they like? Not really. For instance, I initially got into baseball because my dad is, well... Alright, there's no nice way to put this. My dad's really weird. There definitely could have been a nicer way to put that. Whenever he drives, he makes us listen to radio broadcasts of Mariners games. The Mariners? You're not even from Seattle. Ichiro is an incredible player, though. But he's a weirdo. The guy only decided to stay in Seattle because his dog told him to. So, I would stay in Seattle if my dog told me to, too. Yeah. He does grow on you. They're all such strange little guys. Diya gets it. Yeah. Yeah, Diya loves dogs. I think that's just your Stockholm Syndrome speaking. Who knows? Maybe it is. As for my mom, her thing is Madonna CDs. I could sing every word of True Blue since kindergarten. Isn't the first song about a teenage girl not wanting to get an abortion? I didn't say I understood every word. Yeah. Maybe listening to all that Madonna did something to you as a little kid. Excuse me? What was that? I take it back. I have no clue what kind of music my mom likes. All I know are which songs she hates on the radio. And she doesn't know what kind of music I like either. Or my favorite movie, or favorite color, anything like that. And I've known her my whole life, and we still don't even know basic facts about each other. That's so sad. I want to have a good relationship with my parents too. Diya listens to her teammates chat as she changes out of her baseball uniform. Yeah, don't look at my hairy legs. I haven't shaved for like 2 days. You shave that often? I just do it when it starts looking gnarly. Your hair's not all coarse and gross like mine. I have to do it every other day or I start looking like a gorilla. Girls are supposed to shave? Oh, Diya, no, you don't gotta, baby, don't. Don't do it, don't fall for it. It's a fucking trap, it's annoying as hell, and it's completely unnecessary. I remember that being a huge deal, though, when I was like 13, 14. When did I decide to stop? I guess I was probably about 16. 15 or 16, probably 16. And I was like, fuck that. But I still did it for like quote unquote special occasions. But yeah, that went on for a while where I would do it for certain occasions, but I gave up on that many years ago because I feel all smooth after personal preference. That is true. Like, there really is nothing like the feeling of smooth after shaving your legs. It feels smooth, and then like everything else feels different too. The hair growing back, not so much. But yeah, yo, you get that dolphin smooth, and then like getting into bed that night, it's just hits different. Everything is smooth. It just makes everything feel nice. Rubbing them together is a good sensation. Yeah. But that's the thing though, like it shouldn't be considered a mandatory requirement or whatever. Like, it's just a thing that can be fun and nice to do sometimes. As a treat. Except it doesn't get to feel like a treat for anyone because we decided to give it weird connotations and gender standards and other bullshit. Girls are supposed to shave? Huh? I've always wondered why no one's leg hair is really obvious except for mine. That must be the secret. Good thing I'm wearing long pants that cover up my legs. Suddenly self-conscious, Diya inspects her arm hair. Even my arm hair is pretty obvious. My hair is just all really thick and dark. There's even hair on my fingers. Is that normal? Oh, Diya. Yeah, I have some weird expectations of body hair. Fun fact. If you shave your arms, the hair will grow back longer. Source. My own and multiple other people I know's lived experiences. I did this once in 7th grade because I was very insecure. Because I don't know. It's not like thick, but you know, it's very there. And I was insecure about it. And then it I had been warned about this by another person, and I did it anyway, and then I was like, oh, fuck, they're right. So, that's a thing. Yes, that's normal, Diya. It's normal. Maybe everyone's secretly judging me when they see it. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's the thing that sucks about getting all self-conscious and stuff about certain things, and when in front of other folks, they start thinking, are you judging me for that too? Diya. After the club meeting, Diya gets into her mom's car with renewed determination. How was your day at school? Okay. Did the presentation go well? Think so. Just glad it's over. When I grow up, I'm going to find a job where I never have to talk to people. Diya's mom smiles knowingly and shakes her head. I'm the same way. I'm embarrassed of my accent, and it makes phone calls so scary. Yeah. Just for respect's sake, I am not going to try and do accents for any of the parental characters, regardless of the fact that they would likely have them. Or explicitly states, so. Talking to workers in stores makes me so nervous, too. Me too. I wish we could write questions on a piece of paper, and they have to write their answer back, too. Yes, it would be best if you could slip the paper through an opening in the wall, so they don't even know what you look like. Wow, I'm enjoying talking to my mom. I guess it's only natural that we have some things in common. I forget that sometimes. She used to do long-distance running in India, and she always encouraged me to play sports because it was good for my health. Maybe I can ask her about something else that's been bothering me. Emboldened by her success, Diya speaks up as they sit at a red light. Can you get razors the next time you go shopping? Razors? What for? To shave. My leg hair is really long. Diya's heart sinks as her mom wrinkles her nose with distaste. Don't do it. Shaving will make the hair grow back thicker and darker. That doesn't sound true. Pretty sure that's a myth. No, it's true. Shaving is a terrible idea. But all the other girls at school are doing it. That's because it's Christian culture. Our family doesn't follow those rules. Why do you want to shave so bad anyway? Because she's a self-conscious teenager who can sometimes succumb to peer pressure. Are you trying to show yourself off to boys? No. You're too young. Who is it for? Do you have a boyfriend? No. Are you sure? Look at me. Good thing I can actually answer this honestly. I'm not lying. I don't have a boyfriend. Her mom scrutinizes Diya's face for a moment before turning away, seemingly satisfied. Good, because you need to focus on school. The right time to date is in college. That's when you'll be able to find a nice boy who meets all the requirements. Requirements? What requirements? How did we get here? Oh, yeah, well... Yeah, because Diya was like... I had a feeling that it was like they were going to have a bonding moment, but then it would step into something that crossed the line for her mom. But yeah, she was like, can I shave? And mom was like, why are you showing off? Why do you want to be a sexual creature? Requirements? What requirements? You know, just the regular ones. Someone who's Hindu like us, doesn't smoke, and has high income. Oh dear. Yeah, I definitely can't tell her about men. Ugh. Conversational minefield. Thought that the mom was going to move away from gender norms for a sec. No. Unfortunately, no. The conversation is continuing to be in that direction. Yeah, I thought maybe remembering, oh yeah, Mom did running too. Diya was going to try talking to her about running because that's another thing they have in common. But no. He wanted to open up and it didn't take. What if I wanted to date someone different? Like a non-Indian person? No, a white person wouldn't understand our culture. Plus, whites do drugs and don't know how to save money. Okay. Oh boy. Just remember, no BMWs. No blacks, Muslims, or whites. Ooh. That's so racist. I don't even want to know what she thinks of Korean people. Yeah, because men is Korean. What you want is unrealistic. How can you immigrate to a country where we're less than 1% of the population and then expect me to marry the way that you did in India? It's not unrealistic. My friend Himaj's daughter did it. Which kind of... yeah, pronunciation. You're not any less pretty or smart than she is. You can find a way to. It's not that easy. I can't control who I fall in love with. If I fall in love with someone who doesn't match your criteria, I'm not gonna turn them away just for you. No, that's not right. If you marry a waste fellow, what will other people think? Why does it matter what other people think? My opinion should be the most important one. No, this is bigger than just you. You have to consider how it affects everyone, like your parents. If you marry a white man, everyone will think you're a self-hating Indian and your parents didn't raise you with the correct values. It already looks bad enough that we let you quit Carnatic music because you wanted to play baseball. So you're asking me to give up my whole life in exchange for 10 seconds of approval from some aunties? I had to marry with my parents' requirements too. Just because you put up with mistreatment from them doesn't mean I should put up with the same thing from you. Ooh. Mistreatment? I turned out perfectly fine. How can it be mistreatment? I don't think you turned out fine at all. Ooh. Diya is going hard on this one. Well, because it's got a lot of weight for her, right? Like, the person who she's currently dating, dare I say in love with, is a negative on literally everything that her mom is describing. Your way of thinking about this. That's the way of thinking from Christian countries. Indians aren't like that. They're not so selfish. Well, this isn't India. I'm American. What, you think you're white? It doesn't matter where you are. You're still Indian. You have to honor your culture. Why do I have to follow the rules of a country I've never lived in before? As long as you're under our roof, you will. This is an Indian household. Could it be that my mom thinks people don't change because she doesn't change? It's like her opinions are frozen in time from 20 years ago when she left India. And they never shifted to match the world around her. They're just stuck. They spend the rest of the drive home in stony silence. The next day... Oh! Okay. methinks the way that conversation went is gonna have some consequences for Diya. But we'll have to find out next week. Because it actually has been almost 2 hours now. Sorry, Crancio. Yeah, we'll have to find out next week for the next Butterfly Soup 2. And then we'll see how the next morning goes for Diya. And so on and so forth. Ta-da! Okay. Good night. Good night, Leku. And good night to all, because that is the end of our stream for today. We've got Double Disco Elysium Weekend coming up shortly. And we'll keep going with Butterfly Soup next week. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else for me to add, but I don't believe there is. You kept focusing on Min's "What the fuck is wrong with you" shirt. Oh yeah, wait. Oh, she's going off screen now. But yeah, she's wearing a fucking fantastic shirt here. Oh, there they are. Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you? Good shirt, Min. Good shirt. What's this? Speaking of what the fuck is your deal? I just hear my dog grumbling through the floor. He's a rumbly guy. It's not quite a growl. Like, he never shows teeth or anything. He just rumbles when he is unsure. He's never been aggressive. He's not aggressive. He's just a big fucking scaredy baby. And he's part Doberman Pinscher, so he's got some of the like guard dog kind of gene. But yes, it is time to pause for now. And I'll see you all again in a couple of days. Thanks for hanging out. My apologies to Aleph, shout out, hi if you're watching, and anyone else who got a little fucked up by the bot being late. I'll keep a closer eye on that for future streams. Fire off my own notification if it doesn't work in time. But yeah. See you around. That's a frog. That's a good frog. See ya, Space Cowboy. Alright. Disco Elysium Friday, Butterfly Soup 2 next week. We'll see when we can fit in the next Heaven Will Be Mine. Thanks for Heaven Will Be Mine. YouTube stuff is gonna keep happening. I'm talking in circles because that's what I do at the end of these streams. Okay, good night.